welcome to the Thunder Rooster Podcast. My name is Ron.
I'm Paul.
And our lovely asses are going to be talking about some pretty fun stuff today. We're talking about movie remakes. But before we get right into that, I've got somewhat of a confession to make. So, Paul.
That was a juicy fart, Ron.
So, for those who don't know, a couple episodes back on our 3 Shots at Funny, we played a video of a young lady shitting herself. But I didn't think it was added enough effect for what fart she did.
No, not at all.
It was an impressive fart, I'll give you that. I mean, if you're shitting yourself and twerking, I'm sure. But anyway, so I decided I was going to juice it up. So,
juicy farts.
I'll play the video we did from last week to kind of catch you up to speed.
Okay, that's not bad. But I think I can put something on there. An added effect, shall we say.
Alright. Gotta arm it up. Have it
Got
ready.
the creepy voice going on here.
Alright.
Hey, look, there's you laughing.
What do you know?
A lot of research and development there, I can tell. Did you shit
See how
yourself?
red my
You
face
look like you
is?
shit yourself now. Oh, my God. Oh,
Okay,
God.
so here's the thing.
Oh.
All right. That wasn't me farting.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, I was the idiot. Thought that, of course.
One, I want to point out, evidence A here, the spread. Okay, see them cheeks. If my ass was spread like that and made that sound, I would have definitely shit myself. But the funny thing of it is I actually pulled that sound off of YouTube. It is a meme. It was titled "Meme Fart Sound." So, just hearing that by itself just makes
It
you
just
go.
doesn't sound right.
I'll be honest with you. Whenever I was making the video of like putting myself that I did that shit or whatever, I was like, this is a really gross. Like, I was like, this is like diarrhea type.
Yeah, that
sound.
sounds like diarrhea.
Right.
Sounds like the squirts.
I was like, that's not like your general fart sound. No. That's definitely like, I've had too much taco, but like the lady. I mean, I guess it worked for the video, but yeah, passing it off as my own was probably a poor choice.
The man's got gas.
That's for sure. I'm not going to go around farting on people's mics.
No, let's not. All right.
All right. Anyways.
To the program.
So, yeah, I kind of just planned that out and it just went nice for myself. So,
just be careful in the future. Don't try so hard. or you will let her out.
Well,
you were all red in the face. You got to be relaxed.
If I ever
you got to be relaxed, dude.
I would probably end up shitting myself if I actually tried to do that. I'd be like, come on, give me a big one.
Right. So, anyway, hope you're doing well.
If you're not ready for this immature humor, it's time
I just want to make sure that your pants are clean. Good start to the week.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. So, we are going to talk about remakes today, my friend.
Yep. Lead us into it, Polly.
Well, before we really get into it, just the idea of remakes. What do you think?
I think,
in your humbled opinion,
I think it's getting tired, but I'll save my honest opinion.
Sure.
Well, not my honest opinion. I'll give my honest opinion now, but
Right.
I'm gonna save the bulk of that
Of
statement
course.
for the end.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because more than less, it's yes. I think that there's way too many of them.
Yeah.
They serve a purpose. There's some good ones, but mainly all bad. All bad. So
Not all bad. It's
kinda,
also subjective, really.
It is. You're right. Let me reframe that. It is subjective. Totally. But come up with new ideas. Seriously.
Yeah.
What is more disheartening than seeing the same damn remake?
Yeah.
3-4 times Stars Born. No disrespect. But anyway.
4 fucking
But I'm just
times.
saying there's actually that was a good movie, but there were actually 4 adaptations all together. I'm like, how many more did you got to spin out? It was good.
Yeah, the first one was a made-for-TV
I never saw
adaptation.
any of the originals
Yeah.
of anything before.
I just thought it was funny that the second one that came out in 1954 had Judy Garland in there. The next one had Barbra Streisand, and then you got Lady Gaga.
All great. All great.
Judy Garland, Barbra Streisand, Lady Gaga. Honestly,
I think she
that
deserves to be there.
performance changed my opinion on it. When I heard that she was playing in a movie role like that at first, I could care less.
You came in because and you know what? She was on American Horror Story, and that was good.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too off topic on this, but anyway, so there's good, there's bad. We're gonna kind of dive into the ones that we disagree with and some that we agreed with. I mean, there are a couple on each list that we have here, but personally, we're both artists, musicians. We shoot things, video and whatnot, so we're artists in general. I look at it to the point that I like to see something fresh. That's just me.
Yeah.
So, do you want to lead off on your first one, and then we can kind of touch base there?
Yeah, I'll start off with one that I just thought was crazy finding out that it was a remake because I had no idea. But Scarface.
Yeah.
Had no idea that was
either.
A remake or a reinterpretation.
Right.
But it started from like a 1932 movie. But yeah, it's crazy now even thinking about it because they're about to reboot it again.
Are they really?
Yeah, I read it while I was looking up stuff today because I was looking for the year when the first Scarface came out.
That is a perfect example. Not to cut you off, but I'll just want to intertwine just a quick second. That is why it needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You took something like that is a world phenomenon movie.
Yep.
Everyone knows that movie. If they don't know it, they'll eventually see it. It's incredible. You are going to
my little
you are going to take that piece of history and you're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Without even looking, my opinion, don't even do it.
It's just riding the coattails of another artist's success, essentially.
It's a money grab, but I'm like, are you serious? Do you think people are going to go out? Maybe they will. I don't know. But I'm like, you can't touch that movie.
It's like bands doing covers. I've covered songs myself, so I'm not dogging it.
No.
But you do it because other people know that.
And they do it too as a sign of respect. I get that as well. But this is a quick money grab.
Yeah.
Come on. I wonder who's directing it. That's what I really am curious about.
The Coen brothers.
Sorry. Anyway, proceed.
But yeah.
But I wasn't aware of that. No, all these years. Never knew that.
Yeah, the comedy with one of my favorites, Adam Sandler. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't care.
We love Adam Sandler here.
I do, but Mr. Deeds, I love that. Is one of my favorite movies.
I didn't know that was a remake either.
Yeah, it was actually a remake of a 1936 movie called Mr. Deeds Goes to Town.
Really?
Yeah, but obviously this is one of those examples of obviously something of that nature, like with Scarface. The original was in the 30s as well.
Sure.
So remaking it in that kind of mindset, you have a big budget, you have new technology to do,
right.
And this was back when Mr. Deeds is essentially a romantic comedy, and this was back when they were throwing all kinds of money at that stuff. So,
yeah,
huge budgets, and they just did a really good job of basically making it their own. Like you said, like I didn't know it was. I mean, when I first saw it, I had no idea it was a remake. It stood its own,
right?
So my kind of thing for like if they were to redo Scarface, let's wait till we get to the point where we have the technology to first person VR headset on and you're a bystander or a fly on the wall kind of thing. You know what I mean?
What are they going to write? I know because they're going to remake it, but still, it's just again. I guess I understand.
It sucks all the art out of things. I mean, you're essentially regurgitating the same thing.
Exactly.
And
right. But as far
be
as
creative, stop trying to rob us because we're nostalgic to something.
Now maybe with the Scarface, and I'm just thinking. So if the original was made in the 30s, so you're probably talking about they're depicting how probably organized crime was in the 30s.
Yeah, actually, the 30s was like Chicago,
right? Tommy
Italians
Boy guns. It's like that kind of mentality. Whereas when we look at the one that Oliver Stone did, we're looking at. He wanted to base that around what was going on in Miami at the time, which was like, the drug pin of the cocaine and everything, in those 80s. And he modeled it after that. So maybe there'll be some interest to that if they do a different time frame. Yeah. And then maybe kind of keep some of the plot. Right. So I don't want to bash it yet, but I'm like, this is like one of the most sacred movies that people go after. And like, dude, just leave it alone. Right. But
not only remakes, you have also sequels that are 20 to 30 years apart.
But right. Now, but going back to Mr. Deeds. Yeah. So have you seen the original?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you, it was like, can you compare, if you saw both of them, like what your opinion was?
I honestly don't know where I could find them.
Yeah, I know.
Like I've never seen any push to try and sell that movie or anything. So I don't even know if it's if you're even able to see it. Right. It's one of those things. Other things like Ocean's 11, that was a Sinatra Rat Pack movie from the 60s. It was actually 1960 when it came out.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's hear it. Okay. Yeah, then I want to hear it. Well, yeah. So what do you...
I mean, it's one of those kind of slapstick comedy type things about it. It's nothing real too serious, but they're also robbing a casino.
So in your opinion... Because I haven't seen the original.
Casino or Bank? I don't know.
But I've seen all the Ocean remakes.
I fucking love them. They're great.
I absolutely love them. Mm-hmm. I think I have every one except one. But anyway, that will tell you. So is it on par? Does it make it? Is it worth it? Like, meaning, so they totally...
For me, it's
the Sinatra ones, it's
like,
good. Right.
It's a completely different mood, setting, and everything like that. But they do a really good job in Ocean's 11, kind of paying respect to Sinatra,
Perfect.
in that kind of sense.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I love remakes in that aspect where they take something from back in the day and then making it its own thing now.
And that's where I'll go into one in a second. Yeah, exactly.
So,
right.
Like something I didn't care too much for, but at the same time, I kind of like seeing a more in our time kind of thing. But Red Dawn, the first one came out in 1984 with
so good
Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen.
God bless you, Swayze.
Right, and
you sexy animal, you.
Obviously in that movie, we were getting invaded by the Koreans, right? So, considering most of Hollywood is owned by China now. They had a really hard time with Chinese and Korean troops invading us, so they had them change the entire movie around who's invading, and they changed it to, I don't remember what they changed it to, but something like that. But they had a real big fight about that. But that's something too I can't stand. It's like China's got such a strong hold on our cinema stuff.
It's not going anyway anytime soon, my friend.
Yeah, but we're getting off topic.
But my one of my reviews has to do with China. So
okay,
but are you? Go ahead, proceed with what you had. Are you good?
No, I'm pretty good.
So at least with the Deeds one, and then obviously the Ocean series, you've seen both, so you kind of feel like okay, that remake was worth it.
Yeah.
So we can agree upon that. Perfect. Okay. So one of them that I'm in complete agreement that this should be a remake, except with the twist. So one of the things Ron knows, I am a big Karate Kid fan. I've seen every movie. I've seen the series. But in regards to the remake, this is what I'll bring up. So the original one came out in 1984 with Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita. And then the remake came out in 2010, who was played. So the story was played by Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan and Taraji Henson. So the good thing about the movie was at first, I wasn't really keen on it.
Yeah.
I've seen it several times. I've watched it a couple more times since then. So my opinion has changed. Personally, well, if you guys don't know this, but Will Smith and Jada Smith are executive producers for that Karate Kid movie that Jaden was in.
They basically took it on just to put their son in a movie.
And they're accredited producers for the Cobra Kai series.
Really?
For the last 4. I didn't know that. So they have a lot invested into the movies or the plot of this.
The brand.
The brand. Thank you. So without being a dick when I say this, and I'm just being very loose, the movie is great. And I will make the comparison in a second here, but no disrespect, but I think that Jaden got the part because of his parents. I don't really think, like, he's not a bad actor. I don't think he has the range. That's just my opinion. The best person that I honestly thought should have got this role, and you probably agree with me, you've seen Role Models?
Of course.
Okay. So Bobby J. Thompson played Ronnie, one of the most hysterical kid actors I've ever seen. And he's right around the age of Jaden. And I've seen in him a couple other things, and he does have some acting chops.
Shut up, Matt Perry.
I know. He's like, yeah, shut up, Reindeer Games, pulling stuff like that. But again, that's not going to deter from the movie. But what I liked about the movie is they took this and they put it to two different angles. In the 80s, it's a young boy coming from Jersey to California, okay? And he's dealing with all that and living in a new city and state, meeting new people, and he gets bullied.
Yeah.
Flash forward to the remake. Jaden's mother, Taraji Henson, they live out of Detroit. She gets a job transfer to China. They have to move. Okay. He moves to China. He knows nothing about anything. He doesn't know the culture. He doesn't even know where to even get a meal at this time. The depiction is that, Ralph Macchio's character, he's like in his, probably 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith is like 9, 10, maybe 11. So you have a totally different viewpoint of what's going on. He's in China trying to learn his way, and he's getting bullied by like professional kung fu master kids. Okay. I'm not going to take away from Cobra Kai, but as I could see, it's like these are two totally different paths.
Yeah.
But they all meet at the same group. It's, to learn your values, learn self-defense, stick up for yourself. These are all good messages. And definitely, I think that was one of the series of those two that definitely brought them together.
Yeah.
The reviews weren't really as high, but you know how that is. Sometimes we don't even take the Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's from that stake. It was a great series, in my opinion.
All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Slash U. My name is Nick.
And I'm Andy.
Hey, Andy, can you let our listeners know what we do at Slash U?
Well, at Slash U, we're a weekly podcast where we dissect and discuss an old, campy, forgotten slasher horror movie made sometime between the years 1977 and 1988.
Perfect. Even better news, you can find us on the internet, slashupodcast.com, or on Instagram, /u_podcast.
Yeah, give us a listen on all your favorite podcast platforms. Thanks.
These guys are pretty cool. Definitely give them a shout out. Check him out. Tell us what you think. Let them know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to remakes. So I kind of wanted to go in the direction now of kind of talking about how I think it's really hurting the creativity nowadays.
No doubt.
I mean, you keep hashing out the same product. Eventually, you're just going to have nothing. Like,
I don't disagree.
I understand making it better, especially making it a more modern story.
True.
But also, we're deep need of originality these days.
More than ever. Yeah. I'm just tired of seeing stuff.
And we need something a little more original than just, falling in love with a fish man. Anyways.
Anywho. So, right. You're going to have some good ones. You're going to have some bad ones. You want to talk some bad ones?
Yeah. Let's throw some bad ones.
Go right into it.
What you got?
Oh, you want? Okay, I'll go. Sure. So we'll just discuss. Again, I'll be somewhat respectful as I say this. So we're going to discuss the Halloween series.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss John Carpenter's Halloween 1 and 2 and Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. So me and Ron discussed about this. He has not seen the remake or of the Halloween series. So I kind of filled him in my opinion. So Rob Zombie is a really good director. He has a good vision in his movies. Okay. He's very to the point. As it comes to the Halloween series, okay, the way I'll look at it this way is that I've seen all the Halloween movies from John Carpenter. I kind of have the idea of what the Michael Myers persona is. Same way how Rob Zombie portrayed it. Now, obviously, the difference between the movies is time. Yeah. Okay, so the original Halloween is set in the late 70s. In this case, in the Halloween series, you still have the element of the town and the things that have happened, but it's today. Yeah. Okay. Kids have cell phones in that movie. They didn't have them in the 70s.
Right.
Okay. The way I enjoyed the John Carpenter series is that, yes, the Michael Myers character is quintessentially like the boogeyman. He is of all evil. Okay. And the way everything is drawn out, it's very suspenseful. That music is like the biggest key to that movie.
Yeah.
You know, but when you look at Rob Zombie's portrayal of it, he takes it to a whole nother level. When I say in the detail, it's like, so Mike Myers, he's a very violent person. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll cut from all that. But the way Zombie had put this together, it's like he makes sure that the gore and the violence is right there in your face. It is, I mean, to me, it almost made you feel like he was just like this giant entity, like bigger than an average human. Yeah. You know, superhuman in itself. And he nailed it.
Right.
There were just some things in that movie that just, they went a little bit further in the story, which was kind of cool. You know, kind of get a little more of an insight to the Mike Myers as a kid, because we don't get that in the original.
Yeah.
It's just, here's what happens. Here's the storyline. And we just proceed. You get to know a little bit more about what makes this kid turn into what he is. So again, I don't disagree with that, but it is kind of over the top. It's like he's very detailed, but it's very, very gory.
Well, to be fair,
and I don't disagree with that, but I just think the way the portrayal of that, and maybe to some people they will totally agree with it, I just think they just made him more than he should have been. I don't know how to maybe just say that another way.
What I was going to say, to be fair, is like in the 70s, you know, as far as like, you know, a motion picture to the population,
right.
You know, a big guy creeping around the corner, or you know, that was scary back then.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, you can see a big guy creeping around the corner at your local Subway, you know?
Right.
So,
but then
to have that entity, that evil spirit entity,
right? It was like
with it, kind of made it.
The original Mike Myers. It's like when something was going to happen, it was suspenseful to build up. The guy took his time, right? No, it's. Let's go.
So what you're saying is like the original Halloween stuff was more of a suspense thriller.
To me, yes.
And then Rob Zombie made it a full-on horror show.
Oh yeah, I mean there's some suspense, but yeah, it's House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, I feel kind of odd that I haven't seen that yet.
It's definitely worth a watch, but if I tell myself if I'm going to rewatch it on Halloween, I'm not going to. I'm going to prefer the original. They still put those on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked a lot of his other movies. I was kind of looking forward to this series, to be honest with you. And yeah, there was some good, but there's just more bad for me. And I just don't feel like wanting to watch them again. Which wasn't my thing, per se.
So basically our takeaway on remakes is it's very hit or miss.
Yes, true.
But kind of honestly, you know, I understand that it's really, it all comes to greedy figureheads making all the calls.
Of course.
Because they know nostalgia is a big money maker.
Sure.
I mean, there's a movie coming out this year that's some kind of way tied to Ghostbusters, but it's like in the future, and
Stupid.
It's like that stuff's not around anymore. You know, I'm very going off a little bit of a trailer I saw.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It might be an awesome movie. I don't know.
It could be.
But it's just one of those things. Here's something. It's not quite a remake so much. It's a sequel. So the new Top Gun movie, Top Gun Mavericks, coming out.
This guy started.
I love Top Gun.
We will have a whole show when that comes. we will have the countdown. At Thunder Rooster, guys.
Yeah.
We will have a countdown when that movie comes out because your boy over here will not shut up about it. That's okay. That's good.
Jets.
I know you do. So we will definitely build it up when it comes. So
even my son's got a little book that's got all kinds of different planes and aircraft on it. And there's a fighter jet that's on there.
This kid is just gonna cheese when he sees this movie. Oh my god!
Which one's Daddy's favorite? He points right to the fighter jet.
I don't know if I can actually go see that with you. I might be afraid to.
Wait.
Just shut up, Paul. But I'm kidding. But we will definitely cover that. I think that's a great thing that we'll definitely do. We're both fans. I mean, you're super fan, but we're going to bring it.
Yeah. I love Jets so hard. And the thing with that movie is it's very nostalgic. Everybody loves
old as dirt.
Not every, but it's like 30 plus years old. And they come around and make a sequel. Like any other time, I think it would never work. But for the fact that Tom
because
Cruise
he still looks like he's 30.
Exactly.
The guy's a Scientologist. What do you expect?
I mean, it's like the lady who played the lead on Top Gun.
Yeah, Kelly McGillis.
Look at her now.
Oof.
You know,
sorry.
It didn't pan out.
It didn't really transgress the way they were hoping for. But yeah.
I mean, that's probably. I mean, you don't want to really naysay it too much because I mean, she didn't full on become an actor, so she kind of became a normie. So
I understand. Yeah.
She didn't have trainers around 24/7 to be in Top Gun shape. So I'll cut her some slack. I mean, come on. But they're doing it kind of smart by making it a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And still, it's the whole nostalgia factor.
Of course.
And I was kind of leery about it because I wasn't sure it was going to be great. I thought it was another one of those Hollywood things. They're just trying to make a huge dollar. But there was little cute clues in the trailer, like the lead female in the new movie is Penny Benjamin.
Penny Benjamin.
Which happens to be, from the first one, the general's daughter that Maverick sleeps with. So
it's funny how that all works out, doesn't it, Ron?
I saw that little detail and I was like, okay,
oh boy,
this could be good.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
I was really worried about storyline on this one.
Sure.
Anyways,
but that fed right into what we were saying. That's perfect.
Yeah, the remakes are cool, but at the same time, we want originality when it all comes down to.
Do you want to know one that is literally I'm just going to lay the kibosh to right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Nightmare on Elm Street, people. Okay, and I'm not going to be nice about this.
I still haven't seen the new ones. So.
Okay, don't waste your time. I'm going to be very nice about this.
I have to.
I really hope you don't. But anyway, so here's what I got to say about this. It's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
It is Wes Craven, okay? I don't really care who even directed the new one, to be honest with you.
I don't even know.
I don't even care. But what I can tell you by watching both of them is that here's what was the biggest drawback. And again, Freddy Krueger is the guy who takes his time, gets what he's got to get done, and he does it in the right way. The guy's got a quick joke. The guy is there to terrorize, and the guy is going to do it the right way.
Right.
What do we get in the new one? Nothing. He just kills his victims. There's nothing fun about that. He just goes, I mean, it's Freddy Krueger.
You're really making it where I don't want to see it now.
No, and it's like...
It'd be like the new Deadpool movie, not allowing Ryan Reynolds to talk.
Oh, that'd be torture. Oh, that would be horrible.
Like the first time they tried to pull that off.
But it was like, and I'm just saying this in the nicest way, it's like the old one was more about like the hunt and the torture. I mean, I don't want to glorify this, but that's what it was. And the new one, it was just like, dead.
Yeah.
Dead. You know what I mean?
Well, there really is something to those 80s slasher movies. They had a good ball of like, there's some comedy in their horror films.
There was, and I looked forward to that. It was just like, yeah, it was creepy as a child. And then he would throw like this little one-liner out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what? And then now you're going to take her life. Okay, that's pretty messed up. Whereas the persona of this one, it's like, it's dark. Okay, I'll give it that. It just did not check the boxes.
Yeah, I get it.
So they all can't be winners, Ron. And that's
I'm gonna have to force myself to, because I want to see the whole Freddy versus Jason thing, and I think
that movie
ones,
is awesome.
Yeah,
it is so entertaining.
I have all the movies. I have all the Jason movies. I have all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Right.
I just haven't seen the new ones yet. Same with Halloween. I think I have the new Halloween movies. I haven't watched.
Then you know what? I'll borrow them for you, and then I'll tell you about them. But so our tastes, it's similar, but we still agree and disagree on the same things. It's like there are good ones, there's decent ones. I mean, I don't want to touch too much because we want to get to our other segments here, but Willy Wonka and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, both those movies are amazing.
Yeah, they do kind of stand up on their own.
They're different. Again, it's different time.
Yeah.
As far as what Gene Wilder versus Johnny Depp, they're both awesome.
It's apples and oranges.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was, and then Tim Burton the Great, puts that movie out, and it's totally Tim Burton-esque.
Right.
The colors, just the wardrobe, everything.
Definitely has his own unique art style.
And it was very cool.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It was a feel-good movie. Mm-hmm. You were happy when you were done, just like you were with Willy Wonka. I have no complaints on that movie.
I will say the first Willy Wonka movie, the main character, the kid, pisses me off. The way his facial expressions make me want to rearrange his face with my fist. He's like, I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of bratty kids trying to get in there.
And then he turns out the bad guy in that entire movie was the grandfather.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you got a golden ticket? I can suddenly walk now.
So there are good ones and there's some bad ones, and we just hope that maybe in the landscape in the future that we just get new material. It's just so much more refreshing to see something that hasn't been put out.
Yeah.
Truthfully, it's just remakes are just, I don't know. It's just a cash grab to me. I really do think it. Sequels and prequels are different, but just remakes like Total Recall. We're not even gonna waste our time on this one.
Yeah.
That was just a giant waste of time.
Well, let's just sum it up this way. We don't mind remakes. Just let off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn around every couple of months and find out that a new movie's coming out that's a remake of something we've already seen.
And for the most part, people are always going to be skeptical because they change things. I mean, you know how it is when they make adaptations from books. I mean, 9 times out of 10, the movies are never close to the books, ever. And that for people who are diehard readers, they that could be a bothersome. But
I've got an interesting look on a new perspective on this, though.
Cool.
So you know how Fox and Fox had the rights to the X-Men and stuff, and those were good movies on their own. But here's the thing: now that Fox has been bought out by Disney, they're going to be rolled into the MCU now. So that instance of a new X-Men movie type thing. I'm fucking ready for that.
Well, yeah, but hopefully they don't saturate too much.
I don't know.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't know. I'm a huge comic bird.
A comic bird?
I'm a huge comic nerd at heart.
Not at all. Thor,
so
Venom, Carnage.
Oh, yeah. I guess
good stuff.
Kind of gave it
it's
away
good
a little
stuff.
bit. Yeah.
Not a problem.
All right. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back with our 3 shots of funny.
Yeah.
It's going to be a doozy.
Come up here.
And welcome back.
Yes. You know what time it is, ladies and gents.
For that 3 shots.
That's funny.
Whoop-de-doo.
Boom, boom.
All right. So, I think we're going to start this out. I'm going to go with Paul's pick this time. And did you have a fun name?
No.
All right. Let's see what this little doggy has to do.
He's a cutie. If you're not aware, I'm a big pet lover.
God, that's annoying. What is that, a little pug? Yeah, so our audience listening, that was the dog just yelling for no reason.
A little pug.
Sounds like he's trying. It's like, I gotta get warmed up. I'm gonna do a vocal audition for an 80s band soon.
He's like, I just gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, so this next one is a pick from my wife.
Oh, cool.
And,
what do we got there?
It's called Horsing Around. It's got a little cheese.
Are you proud of yourself? Oh my god.
He's playing in the water and I'm just has the biggest smile on his face and just cannons it out. Look at that cheese.
Wilbur.
He's like, you're laughing now.
Miss. He's like, don't laugh at Mr. Ed. He had to fart.
It was so progressive though.
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Oh my god.
Farts get me every time. I honestly couldn't think of a clever name for my
So you just called it
I literally put I can't think of a clever name as the title.
All right.
But I'm going to call this Too Close of Friends.
Oh, okay. So we do have a title. Wait, what? I'm kind of missing what happened at the end.
I know you were
did he get
bashfully just shutting your
Did he get
hands out.
shocked?
Yeah, he got shot.
Oh no! Oh yeah, he didn't get shocked. He got shot.
He got shot.
Not shocked, shot.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I know that was a skit, but seriously though. Can you imagine if that actually happened? Ugh. Goodness. I don't know what he's saying, but you know it had to be pretty harsh.
No me gusta. Me don't like.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what he's saying. Oh wow, that's right. Well,
send us your videos. Maybe not quite like that.
if you guys have anything that involves shitting, farting,
Twerking.
twerking, send it to Thunder Rooster. Run.
Oh man. Those are a lot of fun. I like doing those 3 shots of funny. I'm very juvenile when it comes to humor, so my bad. Anyways, thanks for checking us out.
Thanks again, guys.
Definitely subscribe to us if you're watching us on YouTube.
Thunderrooster.com.
Yeah, hit up our website. All of our links for all of our socials are there. You can find our YouTube channel there if you're listening. It's very important if you leave comments, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. That's just going to help us be able to get found a lot easier. It's just the way they do algorithms and stuff now. If you're not getting interacted with or something, and you kind of just fall down the wayside. Thanks to the Reddit users that decided to use our video for the conspiracy thread.
Thank you very much.
That was a nice little bump for sure.
Agree. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the future, but definitely going to change up some things on the channel. We're just doing this by the seat of our pants, really. I mean, just kind of winging it, but having a lot of fun in the process. So,
of course,
I can't wait to see what it looks like a year from now. But thank you very much. We will be back next Tuesday, and have a great rest of your week.
Peace.
Later.
Later.